And we've been joined by Coach George O'Leary from UCF. The Knights are 5-3 overall, 3-1 in the American Athletic Conference. UCF had an open week this past weekend, and the Knights are in action this Friday against Tulsa at Bright House Network Stadium, 8 p.m. Eastern Time start on ESPNU. Coach, thank you for joining us on the call today. If you would take a minute to tell us how your open week went as you prepare for the Friday night game against an old friend in Tulsa, please.
Yeah, well, we basically went right back to fundamentals and, not really worrying about our opponent as much as worrying about getting better in the areas we need to get better as far as segment play is concerned. And we spent a couple of days on that. I gave them a couple of days off, but pretty much are into the Tulsa game plan now. And, we've always had a tough time with Tulsa, and I think they obviously great tradition there. And I think Bill does a great job with them. And, they're starting to close on that fourth quarter, which seems to be the nemesis early in the season. But I think they got talented guys. They probably have two of the better receivers in the conference, I think, lined up. I've been impressed with the quarterback as far as the ability to keep a play alive and make a play. So it'll be a heck of a game, and one that we're going to have to come out and bring our A game and make sure we do the things we have to do.
We'll take questions for Coach O'Leary, please. *1 on your telephone to join the queue. The operator will introduce you.
Thank you. We'll go to Dan Tortera with Dan Tortera Broadcast and Media.
Hey, Coach. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, Dan.
Just having that loss right before the bye week, I know you said you focused a lot about fundamentals and on the team itself, just what you were able to maybe address coming off of a loss like that, if you took that as a teaching moment, having an extra week to really go over some of those things that you needed to fix.
Well, mistakes on the field, tackling. I think missed tackles that, we've been tackling very well, but I think the pursuit angle, the proper angle of pursuit was stressed. And I think foolish penalties. You can't do that, especially with down distance, and understand the game. And the stuff that we went over, reviewed, and put them in all those situations and understand that, hey, understand there's a down distance to this game, too, and you got to use your head as far as what you do as far as on defense and offense, as far as, throwing the ball for first downs, and, it's 3rd and 10, you throw a 2-yard route, and, we don't throw yards to, run with, we throw it for first downs, and stuff that we had to improve on, Dan, that's all that, and then really the mistakes, the mental part of the game, that really is a lack of concentration.
And then as far as some of the leadership on the team, I know you and I have talked about your quarterback before and just what you were able to take away from where he's at this season and if he is growing in a process that you expected going into the season, or maybe if he's a little bit ahead or behind schedule for you.
Well, I think myself, I think he looks great one play, and I think consistency is still not where it needs to be. I think he works at it, but it's not where it needs to be to have a team that's going to win consistently as far as it goes with the quarterback. You watch Saturday games and everybody's winning as a quarterback that makes plays or keeps the ball alive to make a play, and that's what he has the ability to do, but he hasn't done it as consistently as you'd like yet, which I'm sure he's young. He's eventually going to be there.
Thanks, Coach. I appreciate it.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you. We'll go next to Christopher Hiddell with Herb FM Radio.
Hey, Coach O'Leary, I got a question to ask you. What's the atmosphere around Orlando these days with you guys being successful and going to the Fiesta Bowl? Is you guys getting more press in the paper there and down in Florida?
Well, I don't really read the paper that much during the season. I pretty much, but I tell you, we're very upbeat. Tickets are been sold at a brisk rate, and I think the fan base has improved. There's no question there. And again, it's just not the Fiesta Bowl, but I think the team is, 18-4 or something like that in the last 22 games. So they've done a decent job of being consistent winners, and we just need to continue doing that. And that winning brings them all out. So I think that's what you got to continue doing, and worry about the field and let the marketing people and ticket people worry about fan base and everybody else.
And then you're getting ready for Tulsa for Friday night. What do you see in the short week on film that Tulsa might give you a problem?
Well, I think that they run and throw the ball very well. And I think defensively they have enough good athletes put pressure on you, and I think they're well schemed offensively and defensively. And obviously Bill's been around that offense for a while. He knows what he's doing with it, and Coach Guy's been defensively, and again, they understand what the strengths are, weaknesses of the defense, and they operate around it, and I think they've done a good job. They've just had some tough luck in the fourth quarter in some games, and but again, I've always had great respect for Tulsa and the tradition they have there, and just, if you look at the history, it's been probably the most tradition team in the American Conference as far as years playing and some of the championships they've gotten. So I've always had great respect for them.
Well, good luck this Friday night.
Thank you very much.
Coach, well, thank you for your time this Monday. We look forward to talking to you again next week.
Thank you. Bye.